Though Lady Sylvanas and her Forsaken finally took vengeance upon their hated enemy, the Lich King, their dark crusade in Northrend proved costly. Betrayed by Grand Apothecary Putrus at the Battle of Wrathgate, the Forsaken's devious plague of death was unleashed upon both the Alliance and the Horde to calamitous effect. Unbeknownst to Sylvanas, Putrus and his demonic ally, Varimathras, had taken control of the Undercity. As a result, the Forsaken were wrongly blamed for the traitor's atrocities. Though the Undercity was eventually retaken, Sylvanas and her followers still bear the weight of Putrus' sins. Mistrusted by the other members of the Horde, the Forsaken must now prove their loyalty to the cause and redeem themselves from their supposed treachery. To this end, Sylvanas has bolstered her defenses within the Tirisfal Glades and readied her undead forces for any contingency. As one of the Forsaken, you must use your cunning and viciousness to slay any who would pose a threat to Sylvanas' rule, be they human, undead, or otherwise.
The concept of the Forsaken, the undead race, is always one of the ones that is most compelling to me. I think it's the one that's like been the best written over a long period of time, and it's got this inexorable connection to my favorite storyline, my favorite character set, being Arthas, Uther, everything that happens in Lordaeron. There's so much more I want out of the Undead, but the fact remains that it has one of the most interesting and unique stories that I've ever seen in any game franchise. Unfortunately, I just don't really like their setting. I don't like the whole dark and brooding and almost kind of like a Halloween feel, but that's the time of the year that's coming up, so we have the perfect opportunity to get back to it with the heritage armor being added recently. So that is the goal of this playthrough. We're going to level this character and unlock the heritage armor, and we're going to be doing a leveling challenge as well. This is the 1 talent point only leveling challenge. I've been messing around with this. It's kind of a colloquialism. It's not really only 1 talent point a lot of times. We're trying to replace the concept of a no specialization character back from Shadowlands. After BFA, they made the spells have like different demarcations, so it used to all just be in 1 spell book, but now it's possible to just not actually have a spec and still have spells. And that was really fun in Shadowlands, but a lot of the reasons it was fun are now invalidated because of the new talent system. And with it being such a rich and interesting addition, I definitely want to get into the whole talent system and feel like I'm playing a spec now. My ideal goal would be to have only class talents ever spent, but unfortunately Blizzard doesn't allow you to have incomplete talent trees anymore, which is really disappointing to me. I assume it's because they don't want maybe new players running around with half talent builds or something like that, but makes a lot of leveling challenges impossible now. So this is what we settled on, 1 talent point only. And when I was looking through this idea, Shadow Priest is the one. Like, this is the bread and butter. This is the perfect example for it. They have the best first talent point in the class tree and the best first talent point in the spec tree, and they get a lot of other spells along the way without even having to take the talents. So it's perfect. This is exactly the prototype for it. So we are going to be leveling that way, only taking a single talent point. In other playthroughs we've done, which you can find down below, bigplay.1/leveling, got the spreadsheet with all of them. They're all on the second channel now. We've taken like 3, maybe, a couple talent points on each side to try to really fill out the class and give it a rotation, but then no additional power-ups because the talents are really overpowered while leveling. They make a lot of leveling challenges just way too easy. Even naked leveling with full talents, really not that hard at all. But yes, I do have a second channel now that is entirely dedicated to all the leveling challenge content. I've taken the hundreds of hours of leveling challenges I already had on this channel and uploaded them there, and it is now officially live. That link is going to be down below, and the rest of the playlist for this leveling challenge will be viewable on there. Those videos will now be live, fully published and everything like that, just on that channel. That's probably what we'll do from now on. Episode 0 of any like major announcements will go here, and then the leveling challenges will go there. So if you're interested in that kind of content, you can check it out. And either way, I'd really appreciate a subscription to that channel. Fortunately, YouTube kind of requires all channels to have 1,000 subscribers before they can be monetized, and I'd really like to be able to get to that goal so I can hit that a little bit harder. Even if you're not necessarily interested in watching everything that's uploaded there, I would appreciate a sub. Links are going to be down below there. But otherwise, besides the 1 talent point only, we are also going to be doing the Nomad rule set attached to this to give a little bit of an extra challenge to it all. I think this will make it really play like a much more immersive version of leveling, kind of that classic feel where the world matters more. If you're not aware of how Nomad leveling challenge works, TLDR is basically you don't use any gear that you don't find yourself, meaning BOEs only usually is kind of how it breaks down. Anything that's a BOE is usually going to be worn. And since we are playing a priest, it's going to be a lot harder because there's only going to be cloth here. Typically when you do a nomad leveling challenge, you wear just anything you can find. But when you're only able to wear cloth, it's going to really change the complexion of the whole playthrough. But yeah, the goal is to level this character. Apparently you have to get to 50 and then do the Undead Heritage Armor, unlock that. I've not seen any part of that yet. So I'm excited to try it out. This is really the start of something big. I plan on doing this for all 4 of the new Heritage Armors, and then hopefully the remaining 2 that I assume will come at the end of Dragonflight. Shadow Priest, especially as Undead, I think is like peak fantasy in this game. I love the animations as a caster, so I'm really eager to get started in this. Full playlist is going to be down below. We'll be releasing those episodes as they come on that channel, but stay tuned. Hopefully we're going to get a lot out. Thank you for watching. I really would appreciate a sub over there if you can. If not, thank you for watching. We will see you guys in the next one.